What's happening, lads? It's Jono or Venerich or whatever you want to call me. I know. I plan on making like a new YouTube channel sometime in the future, but for now, this one has like something of an audience. I'm going to use it, for the time being. But Pokemon have just released their Pokemon Presents for Pokemon Day to give us more Pokemon content. Yeah, and there's been news. But before we get into like the big stuff, let's start from the beginning, sort of. So first announcement, they're adding Alolan Pokemon, Alolan native Pokemon to Pokemon Go. I mean that's cool, I guess. I play Pokemon Go. I play Pokemon Go every day. Like we all knew that was coming, but whatever. Pokemon Masters, I don't really play that, but I think it seems to be at the stage now where the new characters they're announcing are just characters and costumes, characters you already have, but this time they've new Pokemon. I guess it sounds cool maybe if you play Pokemon Masters, but I don't really care. The other two Pokemon games, Cafe Mix and Unite, I don't play those, I don't care. I'm kind of surprised Cafe Mix is still a thing. Does that even really have much of a user base? Like I know Unite's popular enough. That's like it's got that MOBA market, but I mean Cafe Mix, yeah, I guess I can see casual players enjoying it, but I never hear anyone talk about it except for Pokemon during Pokemon Presents. But then we get on to the main games. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. They announced that Shaman is being, Shaman's getting the event, the Oaks letter. So lame. It is just so. It's like no real update. No, they haven't announced any proper additions like Battle Frontier or expanding the Pokédex somewhat. Like I don't know. Am I expecting too much? But it's already a lackluster game, and it just doesn't seem. It's just not going to have any substantial improvements. It seems. What a waste! Pokemon Legends Arceus, that has a new update as well, where I know it's not much, but it is like a new side quest, I think, relating to Pokemon outbreaks, which is a popular method of shiny hunting in this game. So I mean that's kind of cool, and I guess at the end it kind of hints at something like a boss rush. Like okay, it's not too substantial, but I mean at least it's free, Plus I don't think you could really add much more new to Legends Arceus anyway, so I can't complain there. But now we move on to the big news. The Mad Lads, they actually did it. Pokémon Generation 9 was announced. Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. Scavio, I guess, would be the acronym. I don't know if that's the term. Look, we're on Gen 9 already. It's been 3 years. In fairness, that seems to be the time frame between generations. But we've only gotten Legends Arceus like last month. It's not that big a gap in time between new games. Like I don't know. I was I was hoping we'd get a bit of a break. Kind of refine the series just a bit, because the problem with Pokemon games nowadays, at least, is that I think they come out too frequently, and thus a lot of them feel kind of rushed, kind of sparse. And if they had taken a year off and refined it a bit, we'd have something truly brilliant. And honestly, I was hoping they wouldn't announce Generation 9. This is probably the first Pokemon game that I wasn't really excited for. Like this feels weird. Like it's not even that it was unexpected. Like X and Y and Sun and Moon, they were a bit unexpected as well. But when they were announced, I was expecting other games. Like when X and Y was announced, I was expecting Hoenn remakes. When Sun and Moon were announced, I was expecting Pokemon Z. But it's not too surprising that they did this either. I get why they're releasing them so frequently. It's to feed the beast. They've got this business strategy figured out. and they want to keep the momentum going. They have merchandise to sell. They have more, cards to print, more new Pokemon to hype up, basically, and they don't want to slow down that momentum. I get it, but it doesn't help the quality of their games, really. But enough about that. Let's talk about the teaser itself. Like, it opens up with like this Japanese security guard entering what I assume is the actual head office of Game Freak. I think they had that like redone, or they got a new one a few years ago. I'm not sure, but it's at night. It's kind of obscured. But he enters this like kind of old-fashioned room where there's like a lot of stuff on the floor, and then shit happens. I guess it's like he's being sent back in time, or there's a ghost or something. It's not explained, but I assume it has something to do with the legendary, perhaps, that's in this game. I'm not sure. It'll probably be explained down the line. Who knows? And then we get like a sort of an overview shot of the region. And look, I mean, they fixed the trees. They fixed the trees. That's what we all wanted, folks. Sword and Shield's big problem was the trees looked like shit, and now they fixed that. It's, finally Kino. Finally 10 out of 10. Bravo, Nintendo, or Game Freak, whoever is listening. You fixed the one thing that was wrong with Sword and Shield. But no, the environments, they look nice, I guess. Like, it's nice and colourful. It looks nice and open. There looks to be stuff there. There's like a Pokemon Center somewhere in the distance. You can see it. But, I mean, the graphics are kind of meh. Still, Pokemon. Look, the argument has always been Pokemon has never been about graphics, and that's fine, I think. I mean, as long as it doesn't look shit, and I think I can say that about this game. It doesn't look like shit. The towns look nice. There looks to be a lot of detail, but again, going back to the graphics, the sort of quality, it feels very pixely, was anti-aliasing, I think. It looks like a game that belongs on 3DS, but it looks like a good 3DS game, like Kid Icarus Uprising or Monster Hunter, or I don't know, one of those games that, like big 3DS games that tries to put a console game on that system. That's kind of what this looks like. But I mean, if Legends Arceus has taught us anything, it's that ultimately graphics are superficial to actual gameplay. Because yeah, the graphics in Legends Arceus, they did look a bit shit in some areas, in fairness, but it was a fun game. The gameplay felt engaging, it was a new approach to the series, and it just, it was fun. It felt like the first time in ages that Pokemon felt like it was doing something truly new. And speaking of that game, it seems to be the basis of Scarlet and Violet in terms of world design, at least in terms of the fact that this is like a big open world. Oh yeah, another thing to mention. This is supposed to be the first proper open world Pokemon game. Even on social media or their website or whoever, it literally announces, check out this new open world adventure from Pokemon or something like that. And that's kind of insane, I guess. Legends Arceus was it wasn't full open world, it was sections of mini open worlds that you visited. But this seems to be full open world, and that's exciting. I will say that is an exciting prospect. If it means no more corridors, no more corridor routes, or you get to explore caves or something like that. I really do hope this game has a huge emphasis on exploration, and it isn't just an empty world full of nothing. And we see the Pokemon models. We see the Pokemon interacting in their environment, and like the last few generations, it seems like we have a good variety of Pokemon from the past 8 generations at the very least. We didn't see any new ones, at least not in the gameplay trailer, but the models seem to be based on the ones from Legends Arceus or our new models made. Like they're not just resorting to the same old X and Y models that we've had since 2013 up to like what was it, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Like these do look like they've been updated somewhat, and I'm happy about that. The models in Legends Arceus did look good. The battle animations, even though a lot of them were simple, they did look good. They didn't feel like the Pokemon was just hopping in place, while a short animation of a double kick where it's just a paw print and the Pokemon hops in place and that's supposed to simulate kicking or something. No, this actually, we didn't see any attack animations in Scarlet and Violet, but if it's going to do the same thing as Legends Arceus, if it's using that game as a basis, I'm optimistic. The new region, I don't know what it's called, and I don't know if it's even out there. I'm trying to look up on the website, but that seems to be down, probably because too many people are trying to look at it or something. I'm not sure, but it seems to definitely be Mediterranean based. Now, I don't know if it's set in Italy or if it's Spain. I guess I'm gonna lean more towards Italy based on the new Pokemon names of the new starter Pokemon, but getting ahead of ourselves there. You know, we get a look at our new human characters, the new trainers, and they look a bit weird, kind of. Like, they don't look so much like the trainer models we've had since, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, Legends Arceus, you know that style. This looks more like Disney-esque, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know. I look at that boy and I think of Christopher Robin from Winnie the Pooh or something. I don't know why he reminds me of that. It also reminds me of the character designs from the Detective Pikachu 3DS game. That boy, he kind of looks like Tim Goodman in a way. I know, I can appreciate that they're changing the style up, and it doesn't look bad, it just looks weird, probably takes some getting used to. But, yeah, I think that's where the trailer ends, and we go back to the security guard, and we get our first look at the new Pokemon. Like, first up, we have, how do you pronounce it? Sprigatito. It's the grass cat Pokemon, and it looks cute, but I have a bad feeling as to how the fandom will react to it. I will say no more. Let's move on. The next one is Fuecoco. I don't know how to pronounce it. Fuecoco, and it's the Fire Croc Pokemon. Interesting. I was wondering, is this supposed to be somewhat based on a snake? Because you know how for the past 20 odd years, every fire starter has been based on something from the Chinese zodiac calendar. Charizard's the dragon, Cyndaquil's the rat, Blaziken the chicken, so on and so forth. And then, like, recently, Scorbunny is the rabbit. I'm wondering, like, there's only like four. There was only like 4 slots left or something. It was the horse, the ox, those two, the snake, and there was like another one. I forget which was it. Oh yeah, the goat. The goat was the last one. But this one seems to be sort of breaking the mold, but unless it's kind of based on the snake, I'm not sure. That might be seen in its final evolution. But yeah, it looks kind of dopey, but also it's very cute. It looks like a baby Yoshi from Super Mario. I know the pattern on its stomach kind of makes it look like it's wearing a nappy. I know there seems to be a lot of those Pokemon, or 2 of them at least recently, that look like Pokemon wearing nappies. That's kind of weird, I guess. And then the last one is Quaxley, which is... It's the 3rd water duck we've had. First one being like Psyduck and then Ducklet. But, that's not really such an issue. Like, Froakie was the 3rd water frog Pokemon. And then Greninja ended up being like the most popular Pokemon of all time, according to Google. So, and this dude, he looks pretty cool. It's like, I'm not sure if the water thing on his head is supposed to be like a hat, like he's Donald Duck or something, or a pompadour sort of hairstyle. But yeah, he's a cool dude. Now, as for which one I like the most, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe the Fuecoco. He's pretty cool. None of these seem bad, but I suppose we'll have to wait until their final evolutions. And yeah, that's the trailer. In conclusion, I'm disappointed that it's so soon. I really did wish that they had taken a year off from Pokemon. Just not only give themselves a bit of time to work on the game, but also give the fandom more of an appetite for what comes out. Because right now, we're kind of being stuffed to the brim with new Pokemon games, new Pokemon content. If there's one thing Pokemon fans can't complain about, you can't complain that we're not getting enough Pokemon games. That's for certain. But what we've seen here so far, it looks promising. I'm excited about the open world element. That's a real kind of step forward for the Pokemon franchise, but we'll have to see if this is more than just an empty promise. The presentation, I'll say, looks consistent. It's not the best looking Switch game, but it looks good for a Pokemon game. It does feel like Game Freak did listen to the criticism towards Sword and Shield and applied it here. Well done. Kudos to you, Game Freak. But going by recent trends, I am slightly worried that Murphy's Law will hit down hard on these new games somehow. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. I don't want there to be another National Dex controversy, or them to announce that they're adding microtransactions or some bullshit. Oh, speaking of which, this game also doesn't have a full National Dex, which, I don't care anymore. I just don't. You win, Game Freak, you win. This is what you wanted. You wanted us to stop caring about the fucking Dex, and we don't, at least I don't, but whatever. It is how it is from now on. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's just another Pokemon game. You kind of know what to expect at this point. New bells and whistles aside, it's just a new Pokemon game on a Nintendo console. The world goes round, the sky is blue, the grass is green. All I can really hope for this game is that they take 2 proper steps forward and don't take any steps back, But despite everything, Pokemon has always been Pokemon. And I'll probably buy it. I'll probably definitely buy it when Christmas comes around. It's definitely gonna be weekend before Black Friday that it releases. I'll probably most definitely buy it unless something really horrible happens to it. But I'm cautiously optimistic. That's the word. Cautiously optimistic about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But what do you think about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Let me know. Let me know if you're excited or you think this is going to be shite or whatever. Let me know, and I hope you all have a good day. Thank you.